Hello. We'll fill our bellies like babies and we'll take a deep breath in.
Is this thing on?
We will ignore the interruptions of the world, including Kevin Zucker.
Is this microphone working?
And the Zookster too. He's trying to break our meditative state, but we are in serenity and the solitude of our own, in Kevin's case, demise. Kevin Zucker aside, we just have to take a breath into our bellies. Now, if you notice your chest expanding, that means that you've had trauma in your life. You want to go back to when you were a baby. And you're going to belly breathe. Belly breathe. Belly breathe. In Kevin's case, that's eating a cheese pizza at midnight. Hey man, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good starting point, don't you think?
Hi, Michael.
Hey man, are we gonna get flagged for that music? Did you write and record that?
Which one?
The meditation music, brother.
No, that's it's royalty free. It's part of the software that we pay an exorbitant amount of money to use every week.
Good day to you,
What's
sir.
going on with your camera? Your camera looks like you're in like it's like a fisheye. It's like skewed. If you put your hands up, it looks really it's weird. What's going on? Like if you put your hands out earlier and it was weird. What's going on with it?
I've got such width.
What
I
is
don't
up
know.
with that?
You know, I moved it from. It used to be over here in the middle, but I figured I'm looking at you, so I moved it a little bit to the left, so that when I'm looking at you, it doesn't look like I'm looking. See, now I'm looking at my picture, and I look like
This
I'm
is
looking.
boring.
Hold on a second.
God, this is
I'm looking at
boring.
my picture right now. I'm looking away from, but when I'm looking at you, Kevin, now it looks like I'm looking at the camera. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. Hey, listen, I got to talk to you about something serious. Your stress ball,
Jeff.
is a baseball.
I appreciate you, my friend. Jeff Levin, you're a good man. Just saying hi to some of our fans that are watching
Did you
right
sleep with him?
now. No. I
Yeah.
don't sleep. You know, as a matter of fact, last night I had such poor sleep. I went to bed, I want to say about 10 o'clock. I was up at 11 o'clock. I was up at 12:15, and I said, it's 2 nights of this every hour.
Let me guess.
So
You
what
took
I
a walk
did-
in the neighborhood. Seriously? You wouldn't walk the neighborhood, dude? At 12:30? Really?
Yeah, I told you this earlier.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Yeah, I got up and I walked 2.5 miles at 12:30.
And what were you afraid of on that walk with your little flashlight?
Mountain lions.
Mountain lions.
I live in the mountainous golf course area, and I had never walked that late at night, and I didn't know if there would be predators that I would be the prey for as I was walking like the golf course that night.
They're scared of you, man.
And
Yeah.
it was. I just ran into 2 mountain lions last night, and they were not interested in me.
Yeah. Well, let's say hi to Patrick, who's been our loyal buddy. He never
Patrick is the best man. Patrick
he's
has
a good
watched, I
dude.
think, 30. This is the 35th episode.
Did you see
Of a
Patrick?
Little Lavender.
Did you see he got Portnoy? Did you see the Portnoy him? That's pretty cool.
He did.
He got Portnoy,
did.
yeah.
And hold on, let me do the math real quick. I'm bringing up my phone.
35 episodes. Hi, Anita.
So let's
Yeah.
do this.
She surprised me. She was right in front of me when we wished her happy birthday during the show.
You
Also-
have 53 episodes left to reach your 88 episode limit of doing this. That means you have 1 year left of doing. Can you believe we're almost a year into this podcast?
No.
I can.
We're not almost a year in. We're half a
We've
year.
done 35 weeks, man. That's more than a
Danny.
year. More than.
My favorite Docksider. Is this the same channel that the World Series? Man, dude, how about the World Series? I'm not a big baseball fan,
Don't
right?
start with me. Don't
No,
start
man.
with me.
I know you're a Yankees fan, but it's been amazing. Like it's just such a technical. It's so nuanced, and there's so many things to be checking out. I think I might become a baseball fan this year. I have checked World Series out before, but like this one, I'm like really watching. But that's a nice comment, Danny.
What's your favorite part of the World Series this year, man?
I think the pitching. I think that the detail. It's the specificity in the pitching and how much control those guys actually have. She's driving on her way to Miss Shebeck's show tonight.
Hi,
Is
Brooke.
Christine Shebeck Is she at the Smith Center tonight? Is she at
She's at
Myron's?
Myron's
Yeah.
at the Smith Center.
Beautiful venue, way overpriced, but beautiful, way overpriced for the artist, especially. But what a beautiful venue, and you're going tonight, and our guest who's coming on in a few minutes, he's going tonight, as he needs to be because they're related. At least they claim to be. I don't know if they are. So you see what's happening here? This is what I want to talk to you about. This enables me to push my stress into it. I can squeeze it. You have a baseball as a stress bar, which is hard as a rock, right? Talking about the baseball, Kevin. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, no,
You
my
can't
stress
squeeze
ball.
it.
Listen, you're going about this all wrong. The stress ball doesn't need to be squishy. The stress ball is the metaphor for life, and the hard ball is representative of how hard life can be sometimes. The softness comes from how we grip the ball, how we hold the ball, and how we cup the ball. You understand?
That might have been in 35 episodes. That might have been the coolest thing you've ever said, man.
That's the metaphor of life, and it doesn't need to be. This is a reminder that even as hard as life is, we can still find softness in our world.
I think you gotta. It's
You're double fisting.
yeah, man. It's so nice because you cause stress. So very deep, Kevin. That's exactly right, Patrick. Yeah. So
Thanks, Patrick.
okay.
You know what? I got to tell everybody. I woke up to a
Mountain
very,
lion?
very weird day today. So I didn't sleep well at all last night, and I went to sleep in multiple places in the house, and I woke up on my couch watching the news because I don't know if you know this, but the election's coming up. I don't know if you've been paying any attention. And
Yeah,
since this is a political podcast, I think we should really dig deep into the fact
I
how
just
you
went and
feel
voted-
about Puerto Ricans and Latinos.
I
because
voted
you've been very
twice.
clear.
I win. I got 2 ballots, and I voted twice, one for each side. So I feel like it's not really that way. I can make
cancels
a
it out.
decision up. Yeah, it cancels it out. I think maybe it was my wife's ballot I stole. So that's how I solve my confusion, because I find the world very confusing right now. And
Really?
this isn't a political show, and we don't talk about politics. But
This
since
whole
you
show
brought
is politics. We talk about it all the time.
politics of Little Lavender and the music industry, and it's a confusing time. Whoever wins the election, whoever one votes for, once that person is in, I think we need to work together, because fundamentally, the House of Representatives and the Senate, these guys are there to vote. They're there to pass bills. They're there to pass legislation for their constituents, which is us, and we pay their salaries, and they fight, and that's the fundamental problem with whoever's in the office, because that needs to be fixed. And
So
also,
I woke up really sleepy today because I was on the couch,
not
right?
finish my thought
And-
there, but that's fine. Yeah.
And
What were you
and
watching?
I don't. I was like some news station was just on in some loop or something, and I woke up really groggy. And you called me. The phone rang, and it was like 8:02, and you said that you had come to an epiphany about our podcast. You said A Little Lavender is about being transparent, and you don't feel that I'm being transparent enough
I didn't say that in any
in this
capacity.
conversation piece. You were very pointed with me.
No, I
At
went out-
8:02 a.m.
I
Let's
went out
be
of my
honest,
way.
though.
No, and I said this is not low. You go, why are you bringing this up? It wasn't about. It was about transparency versus vulnerability.
That's
And-
what I'm saying. right?
Correct. And I said
Right.
transparency is me being clear about something. Vulnerability is about me being clear with something, but letting you know the feelings and what's driving it, which is empowering you or empowering a person to then they could weaponize it and use it against you at some point.
Right,
It was not
right.
loaded in any way, but you seem to have
But
taken it on. Don't you
no, no,
fucking
no.
point it.
You-
Don't
you
you?
also said-
Don't you?
You also said, and I am not making this up, you said, I feel we have gotten away from that. More specifically, you don't feel that I have been contributing in that kind of way. And if that is true, I wanted to address that here today. Are you
That's
feeling
interest-
that way?
No, and it's interesting that you heard it that way. I think there was a communication.
Well, you
miss
said,
there.
Kevin, you're not being vulnerable enough.
I don't
It's
believe
turned,
I said
you said
that.
it. You said it's turned into us ribbing each other and joking with each other and having fun. But you
But
feel
that's
that I
both
maybe
of us. No. That
No,
was
no, I
that's
agree.
That's both. No, I wasn't saying you. I said us.
We have taken it from that. The original vision for A Little Lavender was to paint and also a bit about getting vulnerable and getting real and talking about feelings to men who don't, lack masculinity, but getting soft around that stuff. And that's what it was about. It wasn't about what you're not doing or what you need to be doing. It's what we are doing as
maybe I was in my sleep stupor, and I thought you were coming at me this morning.
If I'm gonna come at you, you're gonna hold on. You're gonna fucking know I'm coming at you. All right?
There's not gonna be some metaphors and she's trying to figure it all out.
I'm so scared of Bruce Springsteen 2.0 over there.
What is it? The flannel?
Jesus Christ. Baby, were you born to run, or was it your fucking shirt running before you got in it?
Born to Run is a great song, and it was so
he wrote that song in fucking 8 minutes. He said,
"Man, I believe it. I believe it."
Such a great song,
and it was the only song that I did in its entirety in the World's Greatest Rock Show.
1984, that album that he put out, dude. I wasn't a massive fan, but holy shit, that I can put that record on, and I remember exactly where I was when I heard it the first time.
Were you vulnerable?
It takes me back. Right?
Are you vulnerable in sharing that information?
I am. I was in a convertible with my uncle, and he was listening to that record. It was on a cassette.
I was born to run.
Yeah, man,
it's so good.
Tramps
Like Us, baby,
Tramps
we were
Like
born
Us.
to run.
So
Yeah.
we played, the Docksiders. I'm in this band called the Docksiders, and we played.
Never heard of them.
We play on the Strip.
Yeah.
So we played at this place in Asbury Park, New Jersey, where Bruce Springsteen,
Stone Pony,
Bon Jovi,
Stone Pony
got their start. So they played at this place called the Stone Pony. Thanks for bringing it up. We played at a place called the Wonder Bar, which is owned by the same.
Oh, you
company.
didn't play. So you didn't actually play the Stone Pony.
It's right up the street from.
Yeah,
the
but
Stone
it doesn't
Pony,
count.
4
Anyway,
doors
so
down.
whatever. Go ahead.
Well, Bruce came to our show. Is what I was going to say. He was there in our audience.
Is this you being vulnerable and transparent? Oh my God!
He said, "Kevin, on your deathbed, you will get instant clarity." And
great.
And I said, "Gunga gunga galunga," and it was that's all I needed to hear from Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Well, we did play the Stone Pony, and Bruce Springsteen was not there. However, I got to play with Bruce Springsteen in my bedroom when I was 16 years old. But here's the thing: he didn't go Google.
Is that where the weird uncle touching came from, or was it something else?
Bruce is a good dude, man. He was a good dude then. I wish I was more of a fan back then. I actually was 15, and I didn't know his music, and I didn't know what a superstar he was. And he played my green Ibanez with a whammy bar on it, and he's like, I don't really know how to use that, and so I showed him. Anyway, Stone Pony's a total
Why was
dump.
Bruce Springsteen at your house?
He married, so my mom is still married to a gentleman named David Phillips, and David's sister Julianne married Bruce Springsteen. And so one day I went to school in the morning. My mom goes, "You can't tell anybody, but Bruce is coming over tonight." And he came over to our little condominium, and my bedroom was down like this little area by the garage. And I had my guitar. I had a PV, like an old Backstage Plus, right? And I had this green Ibanez Roadster Series 2, and I had a couple of pedals. And anyway, we had pizza, and we watched. I think the Blazers were in the championship that year, and we were watching the game. And then we went down to my room, and we spent a couple hours. And my mom took all these pictures with an old camera, And the weird thing is every single picture that my mom took is blurry. You can see it's Bruce and me, but they're all blurry, every single one of them. So
yeah, we'll close one eye and we'll pretend it's Bruce Springsteen whenever you want to show me those.
Enough about me. So you want to go back to Asbury Park? Because Stone Pony was a dump. We played there with Great White on our tour.
Dump. Yep,
the place you played probably was nicer, saying you were owned by the same owners of the Stone Pony.
It was a little dumpy too, but it was still pretty cool.
Killer sound system though, right? Like they didn't hold back on sound.
Yeah, best part about that show is our sax player at the time wasn't the current sax player. And
Period.
He got just wrecked. And we were getting ready because we had a 2.5-3 hour drive back to Manhattan, where we were staying in Queens that night because we were flying out the next morning from LaGuardia. And it was a very early flight. It was probably a 6 a.m.er. And it's now 1 a.m, and we're like, I'm trying to hustle everybody to get their shit together to get out.
Where's the guy?
And our sax player couldn't find one of his shoes. And I mean, he was wrecked. So he's sitting on the ground, tearing apart luggage, going, I can't find my fucking shoe.
You know what he needed? He needed a good bump of cocaine, baby. You know, when you get that wrecked, you need cocaine to balance you. Hey, speaking of cocaine, why don't we intro our amazing guest?
We have a fun guest today, don't we?
He's pretty cool, man. He really is.
How great is this? So we have what's going on here tonight? We got people walking in and out of my room. We have the amazing Jason Marquez on the show today.
Who's Jason?
Jason is been a featured performer in Amazement the Musical at Disneyland Resorts, performed at Carnegie Hall, and had his original music and performance featured on the USA Network and for the Composers Showcase at Myron's at the Smith Center. He's got a CD out called Tribute. It features 12 #1 hits from Elvis. He performs as Elvis at chapels and did over 60 weddings in October. How cool is that?
Crazy. Just started.
In Las Vegas, he performs at the Sterling Club, the Composers Room, Myron's, the Dennis Bono Show, the Marco Toole Variety Show. His theater credits are incredible. Jekyll and Hyde, Carousel, Joseph and the Amazing Dreamcoat, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Paint Your Wagon, Jekyll and Hyde. Done it multiple times. My Fair Lady. The list goes on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring Jason in, I think it's only befitting for us to show you a little vid.
Shines bright above. All the stars will tell the story of our love and all its glory. Let us take this night of magic and make it a night of love. So won't you please surrender to me? Your lips, your arms, your heart, dear. Be mine forever. Be mine tonight. Oh, ladies, Jason Marquez. Thank you, Jason. Don't miss the
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Marquez. It was the Olay for me, man.
Olé.
Ole!
I love it.
How y'all doing?
How
Hey, I
y'all
changed my
doing?
name, you guys. I saw
I see.
Soupster and chat. Yeah, I was like, oh well, I gotta. So
What's
yeah,
going to change
I
it
may
to the,
change it legally because I like it, man.
it should be
Markster.
the Markster, so go back in there and fix that. And,
Oh shit!
how do you
yeah, you're
miss
right.
yeah, that's important, bro. Yeah, you called attention to it. What's happening, brother? Look at this guy, Kevin. Can you believe this guy?
That's a handsome guy who
He's a
sings his
handsome-
ass off, man. Come
What's-
on.
you
What
know what my
more can
favorite-
you do?
My favorite quality of Jason, and the first thing I noticed about him, please do show. Come on, show Jason. Show what it is. Come on, you know what I'm
Oh.
talking. Look at those burns, man. Dude, I have burn envy with this guy. So mine are pretty amazing, but not like yours. And do you color those sideburns?
No,
No
no.
color. So I
No.
have to color mine to get mine like yours. And so, Kevin, you got something on that?
I get Botox in my sideburns.
Ah,
His don't
Yeah.
move. His don't
he's
move.
Vegas-ing it. It's
don't
all
feel
Vegas,
anything.
baby.
I
I don't
noticed.
feel anything in my
I noticed
sides.
one thing missing in the intro, Kevin. That he didn't say he played with Reckless in Vegas because that was fun, man. That was something that's important to mention. But
I had
You
a
know
lot
what?
of fun playing with y'all.
it was
I
great.
can't keep up with all the guests you bring out to try to sell tickets. I don't figure that one out yet.
It's good, man. It's good. Well, so one of the primary reasons I wanted to have you on, Jason, is not only you're an amazing talent, but you're a good dude, man. And I recognize that right away. And also, you have a big show coming up. And I want to talk about that and be sure and do this
Put
on
that
the,
picture up, Michael, to promote it too.
and put it. Go ahead.
You
Where's
got
the picture?
that, right? You put that picture in there.
Where's it at? Do we have it? Did he
you
not
had
send
it?
it?
You said you had it.
Let me see if I have it. I said I had it. Hold on a second.
There it is. Thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
Jason.
You didn't send the graphic to us. So we're gonna help Jason with promoting a show because he's clearly figuring things out. We would like to have displayed that graphic on the screen
Did you
When
like
is
the way that
show?
was, man?
It's at
High
the
tech.
Italian American Club, right?
this Friday.
This
Yes.
Friday night. I would
yeah.
be there, but we are flying for shows Saturday and Sunday outside of Las Vegas. So I wish you guys the best. I'm sure it's going
Thank
to be
you.
an incredible night.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
we have a choir, 8-person choir coming in, and so we're going to sing a couple of songs there. And one of the really big highlights, I think, is going to be singing a song that when my dad lost his battle with cancer, he came home to pass in the comfort of his own home, and we asked him, "What song would you like us to sing?" What it was going to be his last song that he ever heard his kids sing on this for this life, and he requested the song that we're going to be singing together with the choir
What song is
on
it?
Friday. So be a lot of moments that are like super, that were songs that mean a lot to us throughout the years, and we're gonna, make you laugh, make you cry, all that other good stuff.
What song is that for
Were
your
you gonna
dad?
say something? And so it goes, Billy Joel.
Oh,
Great song.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're doing
we
Beautiful
actually
song.
sang
Oh, do I
that
love
at
that
one of
song.
our Marquez family concerts. We actually sang that because we were all involved in choir at one point. So we had our choir director, our old choir director from high school, agreed to musically direct. So
Wow.
we were like, let's do a choir song. So we did, and so it goes, and we loved it. And so that's why my dad knew that we could sing it. And for some reason, he's like, let's do that one. And he was
I
losing his, ability to speak at that point. So
mm,
I have
it's
to I
pretty
have to go on
intense.
record and say that I think that's my favorite Billy Joel song.
Isn't
really.
it? It's an
I
amazing
think so.
song, dude.
It's
Oh,
incredible.
I'm a
And the
just the way you are
voicings that
guy.
he uses and the chords are just so
Hmm.
next level, breathtaking.
Who's playing with you? Obviously your brother.
Yeah, my brother, Grady Harrell, is going to be singing "Man in the Mirror" with a full-on choir behind him. It's going to be rad. I told him, hey, if you're going to be my special guest, let's do something you've never done before.
Mm,
And so I gave him that one. We're going to be doing a couple of songs that are going to highlight him. We have Sam Holder
great
singing
singer.
backups,
Great singer.
and then also we're going to feature him on a song. My brother and I each got 4 solos. We're going to walk you through our lives, things now, things back then, get our kids involved with like songs that I used to sing to them when they were young. And then my brother, like I mentioned before the show, that he's going to do a live one that he wrote. That is really catchy. He has a video. We're going to be displaying the video on the side screen. It's going to be rad. So
So that show is Friday at 8
eight
o'clock.
o'clock.
8 o'clock, and it's not a dinner show. IAC has dinner shows usually, but not on Fridays and Saturdays. So people can go there early if they make a reservation, have dinner before,
Mhm.
and then go see your show. And also reservation to get tickets to the show. That's true, Anita. You're right about that. The whole family. We'll get to that as well. But if you want to go to the show, call the Italian American Club, and Janine will take your reservation and take your credit card over the phone, and boom, you are in. I will be there because I'm not going to Wisconsin with Kevin. Kevin is doing his Tears for Fears show there, and I had a couple of people that they were gonna come, but he's taking them with him. So when he finds out that somebody's competitive that's playing on the night, Kevin will actually take people out of town to go to his show. It's just something he does, and I call it competitive, but he says it's something else. I don't know what that is, but that's okay, Jason. I'll be there with a couple of friends.
Yeah, as long as
So
you're there front row, we're good.
I hope not. Yeah, I'm not front row. I don't do front row.
And
Yeah.
you guys were talking about being vulnerable and everything, and you're kind of razzing Kevin for being vulnerable. And I just thought when he was holding that ball up, talking about cupping it and rubbing it and holding it, I thought that was pretty vulnerable.
Thank you, Jason. This is what I put up with Michael Shapiro every week on our podcast. He doesn't recognize my vulnerability. Hey, audience, I'm calling out you guys. Have you seen me be vulnerable in 35 episodes? Please put a comment in here. Hey, also, I think it's important to say. Wait, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save what I think is important to say we're talking to Jason Marquez, or is collectively known right now as the Markster. He's got a show at the Italian American Club this Friday night in Las Vegas. Make sure you get some tickets. Jason, what has been some of if you had to pick out some of the highlights of your career to this point in time? You're new to Las Vegas, right? You just recently.
But let's go back to that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
Tonight,
I
the
can't
two of
answer-
you,
I
yeah,
can't ask
you
questions?
can, but can I put one in there before that question? Tonight, you guys are going somewhere together. You're gonna be not together, but you're gonna be in the same room together. Where are you two gentlemen going tonight?
We're gonna see my sister in her show at the Myron's Club. It's gonna be
Myron's.
epic. She's been working really hard on this. I get the inside scoop. I go on walks with her, and she works hard to get where she's at, and she's gonna totally kill it tonight. So
Chris,
if you want to make some memories, you come on down, man.
Christine Shebeck at Myron's tonight. Kevin Zucker and Jason will be there. Jason Marquez, they'll be there in the audience. Okay, now thank you for letting me do that interruption. Kevin, what was your question?
I lost train of thought. I don't remember where
It was about something about like what are the most
You were
special
talking about some
memories?
highlights
Yeah,
that I
highlights.
had.
Oh
in
yeah,
my-
let's share some of your. You're new to Las Vegas, right? You're
Yes.
relatively new, right?
Mhm.
When did you move to town?
I moved to town a little after November. It was actually on the tail end of knowing that I was done with my relationship that was in Southern California. So moving served two things. It was okay, pursue a career, and then also I just whittled down my life and the heaviness and everything that wasn't working. I kind of left that behind. It was time, so we did it with honor. But then afterwards, it just everything started snowballing. I got this job doing the I would say the chapels is a super highlight to do like Elvis stuff that I love. And I literally called out to the universe. I was like, give me something that's in the industry that I can make great money for the time that I put in so I could pursue my dream and really get my life together.
I want to know, when you called out to the universe, did you call it by its first name, or did you just generally refer to it as universe?
First name.
Yeah, you don't know
I
the
called
universe's first name?
What's the universe's first name?
Harold.
Harold Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't use Harold,
Okay.
but it
you
still
don't have
worked.
to, but yeah.
Harold is not a picky guy, I guess, you know?
No,
It's the
no,
universe.
It still worked with me,
yeah,
man.
that's the
Yep.
thing about the universe and God.
And I
those
would say
things.
another big epic moment for me, I would say there's two more. One was when I had done Jekyll and Hyde twice as the antagonist Simon Stride, and then on the third time I actually got Jekyll, and I got to perform, be a monster on stage, and I just went balls out, and I was like, let's do this. And it was such a wild ride. It was so awesome. So that would be
You
one.
and I-
And then also growing up, always seeing my sister play Pocahontas, I was like I want to do what? You guys are
Your
stopping. I
internet
don't know.
is-
Hello?
It's your no.
The
It's
internet
your,
was
it's your
internet
Hold,
got a little.
hold on, we
clunky
got a
there for
little. We
second.
got a special guest here. Hey, Mary Sawchuk here. I want to do a. I want to do a trick. So this is Jason over here. Now, you guys, I'm going to just go ahead and, on the count of three, I'm going to make him disappear. 3, 2, too soon. There you go. He's disappearing act. He's gone. Anyway.
Are we done talking to Jason?
I wasn't. That was Murray did the he's a magician. What do you want?
Look at that beautiful woman right there.
Yeah, she's afraid of the
beautiful
beating
woman.
she gets at home, so she's just kissing your ass so you don't beat her after.
I beat her with all my kisses.
Oh, and all your love and no,
And all
dude,
my
I
love.
think you misread that, man. I don't mean in any capacity that you're not. You do. Part of the reasons that we're friends is that you have shown up in the relationship with vulnerability and transparency. I was just simply saying that we've gotten a little pokey, which has been fun. We have fun with that, but maybe at the expense of us having some real conversation about the challenges of life and being that vulnerability and being honest about some of the feelings that are behind some of our frustrations in life. That's all I was saying. You took it upon yourself, like as if I'm Mr. Transparent and Vulnerable and I've mastered all these concepts. I've never claimed that, nor do I act like that. I'm just saying I was making a point with you about that. I'm sorry that came off the way it did, and it was too personal. Where are you going to be? In
Hi,
Wisconsin?
Anita. So Saturday night, the Docksiders are playing at the Capitol Civic Center in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, which is about 60 miles north of Milwaukee. And then Sunday night, our Tears for Fears side project with all the Docksiders and the amazing Ms. Monet from NBC's The Voice is joining us on that show as well in Milwaukee at a brand new room called the Vivarium, owned by the Pabst Theater Group on Farwell downtown.
Is Danny
So
doing
we're
both the
looking for
shows
that.
with you?
He's not doing the Tears for Fears show,
not.
and he hasn't even told me if he's coming. I don't even know if he's going to be there.
Oh, well, he was on earlier. Maybe he will continue to do that.
I don't know, Danny.
Vulnerability therapy. That's good, Brian, because the world needs more of it. And by the way, to your wife's comment, you're right about that. He has been very transparent and vulnerable about some anxieties, one of which being flying. And so I wasn't saying that. I think it was misconstrued. And so I think, are we
Our
clear
guest-
on this?
Look what you did. You kicked our guest out of the conversation, and he's still answering things in the
I
chat.
love that.
What a great guy.
He's creative. He's got tenacity.
He's like, you guys aren't going to silence me.
Yeah, it
Well, I
was
should
Murray.
say, Michael Shapiro, you're not going to silence me.
Wait a second, man. You know what? I don't
You
think
cut
we
him
told
off, man.
Okay, listen, the thing is, Jason, if I think you might still be listening. We hang up on everybody on the show. That's the way we do it. I mean, Kevin will cut me off right in the middle of this explanation. But the point is, it was the brush. That's Murray, man. That's Murray
Yeah,
Salchuk.
you got the great
Hey,
brush.
wait a minute. I'm not a brush. Although that was kind of a brush off. Yeah, it's a good one there, Jason. Jason was a great guest, but I just wanted to do a magic trick because I'm Murray Salchuk, the celebrity magician. Yeah, thanks, bye.
So
Have you
anyway,
had? How long has it been since you had a Fresca?
do they? I can't even believe they make that still.
Oh,
is
dude.
that our sponsor today?
Dude, we're sponsored by freaking Fresca grapefruit citrus drink. It is so original. It says original on the label too,
can't
though. But
believe that there's
it's
still
0 calories a can.
Fresca.
And man, a Fresca is so refreshing.
Yeah, you know what?
Seriously.
Go see the Docksiders in Wisconsin. Where is it again? What theater on Saturday?
Yeah, we're leaving Friday morning and we're back on Monday. And then
Go see Sunday. Go see the Tears for Fears thing they
Yeah.
do with Monique, and then go see this Friday. Go see tonight. Go see Christine Shebeck. Friday, go see Bromance with Jason Marquez and his brother, and then when are you coming back, Kevin?
Monday. You try to kill it there. That's good.
I did, and I missed it. How'd you know that?
You missed it.
Did you
Because
see
I see
it?
it's still counting. Yeah, it's still
I know.
counting.
So I forget. You got to push the button twice. Hold on, Kevin. What is your most vulnerable moment? So I blew that. Yeah, man. You know, I blew it again, man.
I've ended it twice and it's not ending.
I tried it twice.